Hello guys and welcome back to Culture Radio. Today's video is a quick observation, but before we get into the video, check out Reginae. She just posted some more pictures while she's out in LA and she looks, honestly, she's living her best life. Go over to Reginae's page on Instagram and show our girl some love. Like and comment on her pictures. You can check out the rest of the pictures. So let's get into today's video. I love Armon and Reginae. I'm one of the few people that still believes that they're together, that there was never a breakup, there was just a little rough patch, whatever the case. You know, I'm very much team Armonae. However, there's loads of things that's happened or things that's been made to look a certain way where Reginae, I feel like she's taking a lot of the blame for certain things where Armon does the same thing and it's overlooked. So, for example, every time she tweets, it's blasted everywhere and she gets a negative press on it. Whereas I feel like Armon does a lot of things here and there, especially with his tweets. He would tweet something or like something and then delete it. It gets overlooked and no one bashes him for it. You know, nonetheless, it's minor things. I've sort of overlooked it. But, and guys, please no one take this the wrong way because I like the both of them. But I was obviously more familiar with Reginae prior to Armon. I only grew to know Armon and grew to like him due to his relationship with Reginae. I did familiarize myself later on with his previous work, his videos with his brothers, their music, their mashups, etc., etc. But me knowing Reginae or knowing of Reginae prior has nothing to do with this observation. However, I'm starting to think, I feel like Armon is constantly feeling like he needs to defend his fame prior to knowing Reginae. I think with Reginae being who she is and who she's affiliated with, naturally she will overpower whoever else she's with unless it's another male of an equivalent celebrity child. You know, like unless she was with like Diddy's son, then that's like an equally yoked. I say equally yoked, but you know, like equal celebrity status relationship, if that makes sense. And this is nothing against Armon. It's not a negative thing. It's not a looking down thing. It's just reality, you know, based on who their parents are, how they grew up, and their status in that sort of world. You know, she's always going to be you know, the one more in the limelight. And I don't think that with someone like Armon, he's never been in such relationship or had such experience. He's always been the quote unquote celebrity of his relationship. And I think being with someone like Reginae has really shifted things for him, because I just find that in the past and often and even recently he's constantly having to defend himself, and it's unwarranted most of the time. It's like, yes, you're going to have naysayers and you're going to have haters and just people say things and have things to say, but he's always commenting on it or feeling the need to highlight it. And I'm just like I'm starting to think, is this actually something that bothers you? So for example, people are going to say, yeah, you're using her, or you wasn't this before her, you wasn't that before her. There's loads of things that Armon tends to ignore. So I wonder why when it comes to topics of, you know, Nay being this in comparison to him, he's always feeling the need to address it. So anyway, I went into his Twitter and I noticed he tweeted the following. It states, before I ever made a YouTube video or a prank, me and my brother had 500k subs off of our own music and covers. I was like, okay, fair point. But knowing Armon, I knew that came from somewhere and there was a reason why he had tweeted that. So I thought, let me go on his liked post and see what's potentially sparked his tweet. So one of his liked tweets states, exactly, plus they're so stupid. He just started this page a year ago for his solo journey. His main page was Armon and Trey, where he had millions of subscribers and views. Right? Nothing wrong with this. He's just stating facts, Maybe he saw something and that sort of triggered him. And it's like, hold on, I've been doing this. I've been this person. But I just feel like I've seen that a lot of times coming from Armon. Like, we get it. We know who you are. But can we just not deny that, by knowing Reginae and involving Reginae in your life and showing her publicly the way you did, it did bring some more limelight to you, and there's no denying that. And I don't know why I feel like he goes out of his way to try and prove otherwise, or out of his way to go, oh, I've been there, done that, I am this, I am that. People have different peaks of their careers, and and it's just like, there's just no denying the value that she added to his whole situation. And vice versa. I'm not going to deny that, regardless of who Reginae is. Armon did sort of introduce her into that YouTube world. But that's not to say Reginae needed YouTube. And I'm not saying, Armon needed Reginae either. But it's just, she weren't really in that YouTube world like that. And if she had been, perhaps she could have thrived on her own regardless. We don't know that, But I just don't like the idea of, well, I guess I just feel like he's constantly going out of his way to make it seem like I've been doing this YouTube-ish. Nobody's added anything to it. And that would be false. Anyway, so that individual left that comment, but I thought, let's see why that Shay has responded that way. Like, what tweet did they respond to? So I then scroll up and I could see that they had responded to this tweet, which says, let's not talk about views before my good sis. What was your fave doing? Stop it. So it's essentially a post from Kill Bill, which basically is trying to suggest that Armon's views were low prior to introducing Reginae. And as you can see there, that's fact. Their views, his views did go up drastically once Reginae got in the picture. And that's just, everyone was excited. It's young love, it's black couple. And of course, it's Reginae Carter, like after dating Lucci. Who's this guy? So there's no denying that. So Armon could say, yeah, he can like this and say, it's a solo career, was his new page, blah, blah, blah. But who's to say his new page or his solo journey would have progressed as quickly and garnered more attention, or the level of attention that it did, but without Reginae being in the picture? Like, we don't know that. We could see the trajectory of how his views were going, and it wasn't hitting the numbers he received with Reginae. So we don't know where his YouTube path, as with his solo journey, would have gone otherwise. So yeah, fair play to you. You've done that with you and your brother, but that time was also different. Perhaps it might have been a bit harder for you in your solo journey to have done it, in this time and age. So, but nonetheless, it doesn't matter. It's just why try to discredit what Reginae has done, even if you feel like all these haters are trying to discredit your work. Why in return are you then trying to discredit Reginae's impact? Like, bruh, I just don't feel like it's a loving thing. And guys, don't take this the wrong way, and I don't want to hear any negativity, because I'm speaking from I'm trying to remain positive and not bash anyone, but it's just an observation. And I just feel like some things you just don't need to respond to. And that's one of that. And I don't even like the fact that the person had responded to such a tweet, and then Armon liking that. It's unnecessary. Anyway, guys, this is just me thinking out loud, basically. But please be kind in the comments. This is not to bash anyone, but I welcome your thoughts, and let's have a discussion in the chat. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.